Has any of your editing strategies changed as this like Zoomer audience has become so fixated on 10-second short form videos with TikToks and YouTube Shorts? Like, has that like affected how you think about the strategy and how you edit videos? Because everyone's mind thinks like, I just want a 10-15 second video. Have you thought at all about that?
Yeah, I've been down that rabbit hole a lot personally this year. If Logan Paul's 2017 vlogs are posted today, they'll be the worst videos on YouTube. They don't work in what is a normalized YouTube content today. But this is a brand new trend that I don't think any of us particularly saw coming. But I would also definitely say Mr. Beast probably was the one who saw it coming, and he was the one who probably pioneered this concept of aggressive content, is what I call it, or retention content.
Aggressive content.
Yeah.
Tell me.
With Logan's content, I used to be conscious of every minute. What did every minute do? What did every minute... Did it scale up? Did it progress? Did it change? It's now much more thinking far more every 10 seconds. What did this 10 seconds do? Did this 10 seconds change? Did this 10 seconds escalate? Did this 10 seconds transform? Am I constantly taking them away, constantly bringing them on this journey? Every 5 seconds, I would say, you have to have a reason to say to your audience, hey, I would like if you keep on watching my video. Please don't look anywhere else. Keep watching me. It's kind of, to a degree, begging. And I have mixed feelings about that, because by begging attention can diminish some quality moments that you might need to invest more time in, because, and I think there is some diminishing returns in constantly begging that's giving us less opportunity to get more interesting emotional content. And I think that's a bigger sacrifice I am witnessing with aggressive attention begging content, where we are losing a huge human element. Were it to a degree for me, and I'm welcome for people to disagree, it feels like a computer made them. Like it feels like a bit algorithmic, the way some content has to be presented today. But it doesn't mean that I'm not contributing towards it myself. If you can't beat them, join them, is what I'm trying to say.
It's super interesting of like when you do fully lean into the analytics side of this world, where you acknowledge like, hey, average view duration, click-through rate, whatever. It's interesting of like what the end result of that content is and how everything shapes or converges into a certain direction. Once a certain style works and does really well, it's just like everything immediately becomes copies of that. And I imagine that's hard to balance from your perspective, because there is a constant push-pull of your own want or need to do storytelling, but also like, okay, we now need to think about what the algorithm itself wants, and like how to push that forward.
I think for me, the mistake with aggressive content is what you're telling the audiences is what we've conditioned the audiences with this mindset of, I want to find the first reason to click off. By making this aggressive content, we've normalized that idea. Do you do that with Netflix? No, you sit on Netflix and you watch Breaking Bad, you watch 8 hours of Squid Game. Netflix has conditioned us to sit down and watch an 8-hour movie, whereas YouTube is now conditioning us to tell us, I don't want you to click off, please don't click off. I think because of that, we have developed a viewer habit, is probably my issue with it. That can be dangerous, because you might spend a lot of money or a lot of time making a really, really good video, but if you didn't make that banging intro, no one's going to watch. You didn't make that banging thumbnail, no one's going to watch. Where there was a time where I would go on YouTube and I'll watch short films or hour-long films or these incredible cinematic experiences, and they can't exist on YouTube anymore. And I think that's probably why my issue, that type of content has been lost, because of how we've conditioned our viewers to watch our content.
You're totally spot on.
In a perfect world, YouTube, enables like all of these different strategies to succeed and thrive, and at some level they are, right? Like Johnny Harris's videos are doing incredibly well. Emma's videos are doing super well, and and then you have the other content that's doing really well as well. And I think what's like, I think super important for most creators is they need to just have a very real conversation with themselves and like internally of like, what are your aspirations as a creator, and do you want the biggest audience? Do you want your pure authentic self or your personality to be really shining through? And that's, I think, the main thing of and hopefully YouTube continues to just allow all these other avenues to just exist.
Only because we understand the algorithm and understand the concept of retention, and retention as being the priority. That's the content that it's prioritizing for everyone. And so that is why you need to make that type of content. But so actually, that's actually YouTube's problem, that it's actually diluted the content that's presented to us in a very unfortunate way, to a degree that I would say it's like the algorithm now only serves the 1% of creators who do the aggressive retention content, and the 99% who don't do it as much, and now losing out because the algorithm is no longer serving them. And so I think that's probably the issue. This is a YouTube algorithmic flaw because of this.
For sure.
That now creators such as Eric and Mr. Beast have maximized brilliantly. And but it's now because of that, the algorithm's only serving them to a degree.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think too, like, if you want to be the biggest YouTuber or one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, you have to, at this point, make a certain type of content, or else you're just not going to get to that point. Like, there's not a lot of creators gaining millions of new subs a month. But if you look at the ones that are out, like putting all kids channels aside and that kind of stuff, like it's music channels and the ones doing, like you said, aggressive, in your face content, big ideas, spectacles. So there's not a lot of room to like create other things right now if you want to be at the top.
But at the time, it was daily vlogging. Casey Neistat, Logan Paul, everyone and their mother was daily vlogging because the algorithm served those very well. It's you post every single day, you're going to get those watch time hours up, and it'll start pushing all of the videos. It's right now, we figured out how to make the algorithm work in our favor, and in time, someone else is going to go, hey, I wonder if I can make the algorithm work in this favor. And then everyone's going to go, oh my God, that's genius. And then we jump on that trend. Mm-hmm. This is a content cycle. And it has the potential to change, as it was like no huge YouTuber of daily vlogs anymore, because the content trends don't demand that anymore. And so that is the current demand. And as long as you as a creator can maintain consistency in adapting to change, or even being the leader of change.
Totally agree. Well, we appreciate you coming on. I hope this was helpful to a lot of the creators that watched.
Yeah, and definitely go check out Hayden's channel. I mean, it's incredible, and it's a really amazing inside look at how this world works, and I highly recommend checking it out.
There's so many resources for aspiring creators right now that just didn't exist, and your channel is at the top. And I think if someone's not subscribed to it, I don't know what they're doing, but they need to start watching your video breakdowns and everything else you do so well. So thanks for doing that for the community.
Yeah, this is such a great conversation. I'm really happy that expressing my feelings and my thoughts on YouTube as an industry, loving what it is and having my thoughts about it. So yeah, thank you so much for this conversation.